as promised, I'm going to talk about Saltburn, again from Emerald Fennell. This stars quite a few very, very talented people. Kerry Mulligan appears again, Rosamund Pike, Jacob Elordi, Richard E. Grant, and Barry Keoghan. And that is correct. He says it that way, and who better as the source? Across Ireland there are different pronunciations. I've said it wrong in the past, but yeah, that's how he says it, and now I'm going to stop my gloating. But this was one that I heard a lot about, and last time I did say I was going to break tradition. I genuinely think anyone who has watched this film can handle a few little swears here and there. So that's my tradition I'm going to break. It's going to be quite liberating. I'm feeling it already. So there are two specific concepts, scenes, that I was told about that made me go, I need to watch this. And because I've taken those sort of training wheels off, they were jizz bath drinking, which I never thought I'd say that phrase, and grave fucking. Yes, that did feel liberating, actually, now I've said it. Brilliant. But those are kind of like the ends of the film as well, like the opposite ends. And this obsessive nature, again, it's very much the extremes of emotion, the extremes of the human experience that I think Emerald Fennell is really interested in, exploring it through Promising Young Woman and this. All these different things of how when, just a sense of justice. What about if we dial that all the way up? Infatuation, what if we dial that all the way up? And we hear about, vigilantes and things like that for Promising Young Woman, and we also hear about stalkers. So it's not like it's untrue. And as a psychologist in training, this is also very fascinating academically for me. What drew me to this film was not that, it was literally jizz bath and grave fucking. We were just at the last, we finished a series and we're like, I've heard interesting things. Amy hadn't. So I don't think, anyway, I'll correct somewhere if I've misremembered that. But I was aware of this and I don't believe she was, so I'm like, I was waiting for those moments. And just not enjoying, again, it's the wrong word, but just appreciating the journey we go on. Because as far as we're aware, this is a struggling young man, there we go, who's coming to university, doesn't have a lot of money, but it's a prestigious sort of red brick kind of thing, and he wants to be on a par, and he's looked down upon, and then he's taken under the wing of someone who's really sweet and wants to be nice to him. And he creates a sort of a pity in some ways. There is the helplessness, sort of please help me here kind of approach that he uses, because he's seen that that's what works. As we learn, this is a very calculating, controlling person. I've said before, I like it in films where I can sort of guess, I can get a few things, but there's always a nice thing in a twist at the end. I'm like, oh, I didn't even think about it from that angle. I got this far, but not that. I often feel disappointed if I completely guess it, and I often feel frustrated if it's like, oh, that was the twist. Where did that come from? But this has sort of that element of, I'd started to piece together, I'm like, there is something amiss here. As things went on, and obviously, he met the family, which reminded me of I think it's Ready or Not, the Samara Weaving, hide and seek, but deadly thing. It's like that. The family's almost just that kind of level of crazy, but there's less hunting involved. But yeah, he meets them, and then obviously, people start dropping like flies after certain events and things like that, and it started to build in my mind a picture of what might be going on. Again, once I realised Emerald Fennell, Promising Young Woman, I know what speed I should be at for this. But at the end even, I was like, oh, this was super controlled. Because I figured, some of the later bits, once he was befriended, but no, even my tire's gone, that was all controlled. From moment one, once he'd realised that's my mark, that's who I need to go to, everything was orchestrated to do that. And obviously with the end goal that is achieved of inheriting a huge mansion you can dance around in, completely in the nude, like risky business, but with your cock out. Again, enjoying the liberation. Well, so was he. And I am in awe. Well, I shouldn't say that, but no, I am appreciative of any actor who is willing to go full. Like, you've got to have confidence in your body, especially as a guy, like when, because people judge on size, let's be honest. Obviously women have other problems, but I'm thinking like in this specific context, people are going to be judging on size, so you've got to be confident, unless there's some really good CGI or something going on. I don't know, I'm not making any judgment here, but yeah, like I fully respect being willing to do that, and it just shows like it's everyone's died around him. He's caused all this death and destruction, but he's happy because he's got a big mansion. And that's what I love. Like, this is an actor who, like I said, I've said his name wrong a few times, but everything I've seen him in, he's been very compelling to watch, and I'm glad that we're seeing more of him over time. And similarly, with other people like Carey Mulligan in this, I've seen her in a few things, but really, something about working with Emerald Fennell brings out the best of her. It's a very different character she plays here, but you've still got a massive amount of character, even in the small amount she's in. And I love Emerald Fennell's work, clearly. And even the Call the Midwife stuff, let's include that. Let's include her acting. But as a filmmaker, she obviously, like I said at the start, is very interested in the human condition, the nuances, the way that we do things that maybe are not ideal for our own benefit, or, when we think we're doing something for the best intentions, but really are we? She's very good at this, and it's always again, I don't want to use certain words because the connotations, an engaging act. So yeah, these past couple of weeks I've really enjoyed. I've also got a new project that will either come June or July, mainly because I'm doing a J horror month and I want it to be alliterative. I will be doing some more alliterative stuff. I enjoyed doing that years ago. Like I say, just wanted to talk about Emerald Fennell's work for a couple of weeks there. But yeah, we'll be doing some more stuff in the next few weeks, like I say, then moving on to J horror, and who knows after that. So keep your eyes peeled, look on socials and everything like that, keep active, and thank you very much for letting me talk about this, as always, and until next time, take care.